Police found no physical evidence tying him to the crime and eventually moved on. Another suspect was Robert Manley, a traveling salesman who had driven her from San Diego to Los Angeles in early January. He passed 2 lie detector tests and was cleared. Rumors swirled that the killer might be connected to organized crime, to the Hollywood underworld, or to powerful men who wanted the case buried. Some journalists claimed off the record that certain suspects were protected by influence and money, while police insisted they were following every lead without bias. The truth of how much was known and how much was hidden is still debated by historians of the case. The neighborhood where her body had been found remained under heavy patrol for weeks. Residents were questioned repeatedly, front lawns and back alleys searched for anything that might have been overlooked. A few blocks away, a vacant garage was examined after a tipster claimed to have seen blood there. Police found stains, but testing methods of the time could not definitively match them to the victim. Meanwhile, the coroner's report provided further detail. She had suffered blows to the head, causing a skull fracture. The cuts to her body were made with a sharp instrument, likely after death. There were rope marks on her wrists and ankles, suggesting she had been bound. The level of brutality pointed to deep personal rage or a sadistic compulsion. The combination of careful preparation and intense violence puzzled investigators. Most killers fit one pattern or the other, not both. The name Black Dahlia began appearing in headlines more often than her real name. For the detectives, the challenge was to keep focus amid the noise every day brought. More witnesses, more suspects, more letters from the public. Each tip had to be checked. Each lead followed, no matter how unlikely. By early February, the investigation had consumed hundreds of man-hours without bringing them closer to an arrest. The killer's taunting contact through the newspaper stopped as abruptly as it began, leaving behind only questions and a trail of speculation. As January turned to February 1947, the Black Dahlia investigation settled into a grinding pattern. The first days had been filled with urgency and expectation. Now there was only the slow accumulation of reports, files, and dead ends. The police had followed every promising lead into disappointment. The city that had been shocked by the brutality of the crime was still talking about it in diners and on street corners. But the certainty that the killer would be caught soon was fading. Detectives Harry Hansen and Finis Brown continued to lead the investigation. They reviewed every known associate of Elizabeth Short, every man she had spoken to in her final weeks, every place she had visited. Hansen was methodical, Brown more intuitive. Both were frustrated by the sheer number of false confessions that poured in.